recently just defended my PhD, which was a long journey, and I was very, very fortunate that I was able to defend it in my community in a feast hall. And my dissertation is called Haisla-Nuyum, learning Haisla-Nuyum through storytelling and lifestyle. So basically, it was just all the cultural teachings and stories about places around fishing and hunting, around how we help one another. And there were just stories that were told to me from my own life experiences from my mom and dad.
People telling their own stories about the teachings that they've got through community.
A lot of our stories is about, like what my relative was saying, is the importance of being a good person. My Auntie Doreen was, you know, always never afraid to talk to me, and they actually looked after me in the longhouse as well when I was a new dancer. But I always remember being a little kid, I used to go fishing. I used to love go fishing on the point. And I'd try walking by the house if it was around lunchtime or supper time. Toby, did you eat? Yeah, I'm okay. I called her Grandma back then. I think she was also small. And I'm okay, Grandma. Oh, bologna. Get in here and eat before I couldn't go by without eating. Of course, with eating came stories and laughter and talking. But it's the importance, like when I talk to the university students and the professors, is the importance of our beliefs, our stories and our history, and how that would create a sense of well-being in our children and respect and honor.
As someone who studies development, we're really interested in these sorts of ideas and about how participating, like what children get from participating in community. And we've heard a lot of stories here today, personal experiences stories, some stories from storytellers that speak to the sorts of lessons that children are getting.
I say it's so easy for us to teach our children about Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny, and it's culturally appropriate.
And I think when we talk about communities and communities caring for their children, these sorts of messages, these sorts of teachings through story, I think, you know, we need to have a place to get those out, and I think this gathering has been a good spot to begin those sorts of discussions.
You know, just that cross-cultural teachings. You know, like what's acceptable and what's not. It's okay to believe in something that's, you know, what is it? Euro-Christian, is that the terminology? But ours is baloney, and I think of one really good example I share all the time. Growing up, we're taught that a piece of food falls off your plate, you don't touch it. And our teaching is because somebody on the other side is wishing for it. And if you take it and eat it, you're stealing from the dead, something bad's going to happen to you. Scientifically, we know something falls off your plate and you eat it, there's salmonella, E. coli, botulism, something bad's going to happen.
To get people speaking about what they've learned about through the cultural practices in their lives. So, for example, one of the storytellers in the session spoke about how we need to understand the lessons, and we need to know where those lessons come from. And I think that's been something that I've been thinking about a lot here today, and learning from participants is hearing about where those teachings came from and how they learned them. You know, people interested in human development, I think hearing those community stories and those individual stories is really important.